In the sky above the plain, Chi Blood Palace leader and Bei Feng Knight gazed at each other with fright and solemnness. Impressive, Bei Feng Knight said with his mild voice. That great being from Space Beast Alliance must have a domain-type treasure and a flying-type true treasure. As for the armor he uses, it must be a senior true treasure. Yes, it's got to be a senior true treasure, and the third form has been triggered, Chi Blood Palace leader said in a deep voice. If it were only an ordinary true treasure, he wouldn't have defended against my Chi Blood spears so easily. They exchanged eye contact. They were in trouble. A senior true treasure in its third form. Together with that enormous godly body, this was a combination that could make universe overlords tremble. The more powerful a great being was, the more demeaning it was to fall. It was difficult for universe overlords to die, as even if they couldn't fight against their enemies, they could still escape, and as for those with senior true treasure armor that was able to weaken the power of an attack by 99.99%, it was almost impossible to kill them, especially if they also had enormous godly bodies. Unless, of course, the power gap was significant, or they were attacked by universe masters or universe overlords who were special life forms. We can't do anything about it, Bei Feng Knight continued in his mild voice. Besides, he was alerted to what just happened. Our arrangement might not work anymore. What should we do then? Chi Blood Palace leader asked. First of all, we can't admit that we fought that golden horn beast, Bei Feng Knight said. No great being saw us, and nobody will know if we don't tell anyone. Secondly, we'll follow the order from our alliance. A universe master is making arrangements, and there are members of our alliance sent to the whirlpool portals close to the birthplace of that godly blade. Fu Mo Master will come here himself later, and that golden horn beast won't be able to run away. Chi Blood Palace leader nodded. The Northern Territory Alliance was one of the strongest powers in the universe, and few could get away from the blockade. Inside an ancient forest on the original star, Golden Horn Beast hid. His eyes gleamed anxiously. What should we do? The original plan won't work now. Luo Feng had known about the godly blade of Blade River Luo in the virtual universe previously. He decided to run right after that, and he chose to run to the Whirlpool Portal. Based on Luo Feng's original plan, he would fly to the Whirlpool Portal first, and when he almost arrived, he would temporarily separate the Golden Horn Beast's body, Masha body, and Remote Ocean body. The Golden Horn Beast would transfer all the valuables to Masha body, who would carry Remote Ocean body and hide by camouflaging himself as mud. Then the Golden Horn Beast would try to pass the Whirlpool Portal. If he succeeded, Masha body would follow. If he failed, he would self-destruct. At the same time, the original Earthling body of Luo Feng would seek help from Primal Chaos City leader through the virtual universe. The Whirlpool Portal was the closest to human territory. After Primal Chaos City leader arrived, he could take Luo Feng away with his power. The plan may have been simple, but it was also direct and efficient. However, the fight between Chi Blood Palace leader and Bei Feng Knight had made Luo Feng change his mind. They both flew here to look for me, thought Luo Feng, which means the Northern Territory Alliance is fast. Perhaps the Universe Knights from the Northern Territory Alliance recognized the blade when it unveiled itself. He could speculate from his combat with Chi Blood Palace leader and Bei Feng Knight that the Northern Territory Alliance had made arrangements for this a long time ago. The Universe Master from the Northern Territory Alliance was now on his way, and he might arrive sooner than Primal Chaos City leader. It'll be a slaughter if I try to run to the Whirlpool Portal now, said Luo Feng. I'm not comfortable with this plan, but what should I do then? Should I go to other Whirlpool Portals? There are 10,081 Whirlpool Portals on one original star, and each of them is hundreds of millions of miles away from each other. It would normally take more than half an hour to fly from one portal to another. It would take him around 15 minutes to fly from the Whirlpool Portal closest to him. If the arrangements made by the Northern Territory Alliance were as meticulous as I suspect, there will probably be guards at the Whirlpool Portals closest to the birthplace of the Godly Blade. Luo Feng shook his head. If I go there, it'll be running into a trap. It was dangerous for him to go to any of the Whirlpool Portals connecting the outside world, regardless of the distance. Flying to the Whirlpool Portals in the distance was out of the question. The Universe Master would have arrived by the time he made it there. The Universe Master could control space and time, and he could suppress his enemies even if the enemies were far from them. How about Masha Body's inherited technique replication? But Luo Feng shook his head again. Masha Body was from one of the ordinary races, and the inherited technique was just a lower-tier technique. Although it was strange and unique, it could be defeated. The Northern Territory Alliance was one of the top 9 powers in the universe, and once it had finished its arrangements it would be almost impossible for Luo Feng to get away. I have to turn to my teacher now, Luo Feng concluded. At the apex of Thunder Island in the virtual universe, Primal Chaos City leader's palace was enveloped by mist. Luo Feng stepped into the palace and shouted respectfully, "Teacher!" A figure in a golden cape walked out. "Luo Feng," said Primal Chaos City leader, smiling at Luo Feng. "You should be on the original star now. What are you here for?" "I have an emergency," Luo Feng said. He hesitated. "I sent my golden horn beast body and my Masha body to the original star." Primal Chaos City leader nodded and listened. He surely already knew this, as the original Earthling body was in Thousand Treasures River. "I happened to get a component of Blade River Luo," Luo Feng said. "Oh, that was you?" Primal Chaos City leader was thrilled and laughed. "I just got the news that 2 space beasts from the Space Beast Alliance got the component. I was thinking that if that component could fall into the hands of us humans, it would be important leverage against the Thorn Ring Alliance." "Yes, but I'm in big trouble now. The Northern Territory Alliance also knows about it, and it started to prepare to attack me." Primal Chaos City leader frowned. "Tell me more." "Yes, teacher." Luo Feng started to elaborate. He mentioned Chi Blood Palace leader and Bei Feng Knight by name. "You weren't hurt by them?" Primal Chaos City leader said, looking at Luo Feng in shock. Chi Blood Palace leader and Bei Feng Knight were renowned universe overlords who represented the power of ordinary universe overlords. Primal Chaos City leader was thrilled that Luo Feng had been able to defend against him. Instantly, he speculated that his disciple Luo Feng must have a defending true treasure and that it might be a senior true treasure like a senior true treasure armor. However, he didn't ask Luo Feng directly. He had known for a long time that Luo Feng kept many secrets, like the exceptional power of his undying godly body, which was better than those of many universe knights. Primal Chaos City leader had seen Luo Feng become undying, as well as the scene he had caused when the Origin Law arrived. Besides, Luo Feng had become undying within Thousand Treasures River, and his control on space and time told Primal Chaos City leader that Luo Feng's godly body was stronger than that of some universe knights. Primal Chaos City leader didn't ask any further questions. Perhaps my disciple got lucky, he thought. Perhaps he met an omnipotent being. Perhaps it's before the Grand Nirvana period. Whatever the reason, Primal Chaos City leader was happy to see it. He didn't care what happened to his disciple, as long as he could get stronger. The more powerful Luo Feng became, the more likely that a new pillar for humans would be born. "I'm still not as good as Chi Blood Palace leader when it comes to combat," said Luo Feng. "I survived because of my godly body. Godly bodies are also part of your strength," Primal Chaos City leader said. Luo Feng quickly replied, "Teacher, you must understand by now. Those great beings from the Northern Territory Alliance are coming after me. What should I do? I'll be in danger no matter which portal I go to. Please, teacher, would you help me out? You're smart enough not to make such a decision by yourself." Primal Chaos City leader smiled. "You would be caught and killed without help now. The Northern Territory Alliance is a rival of our alliance, and they have more great beings and races. They have all sorts of special life forms and races who have inherited techniques. You won't be able to defend yourself against them. Your inherited technique replication is an impressive hiding skill. Only universe masters controlling space and time can see through your disguising." Luo Feng nodded. Control over space and time was indeed impressive, and domain and replication would both be rendered useless. As for his inherited technique, strengthen, his godly body amplification could hit 100 times at most, and it would not be helpful. Inherited techniques were effective only when one's power was weak. When one became a universe master, only a few inherited techniques were still useful. However, Luo Feng had achieved a perfect life gene level, and the universe had bestowed him with one of the top-tier inherited techniques. "I am the universe. Inherited techniques can be cracked by other inherited techniques," Primal Chaos City leader continued. "There are all sorts of inherited techniques in the universe, and some might even be inherited techniques bestowed by the universe. There are different levels of inherited techniques, and naturally, they have different levels of power and usage. Some of them counteract each other. Some of them are similar to each other. However, the more powerful you become, the less useful those inherited techniques will be." Primal Chaos City leader smiled and added, "For instance, the Soul Attack Bark Mirror Emperor was an inherited technique, But any sort of soul attacks from Universe Masters are much weaker than that. Luo Feng nodded. The Northern Territory has set you up, and there's no way that you can use your techniques to break out. Primal Chaos City leader shook his head. You've underestimated its power. Then what should I do? Luo Feng said. Primal Chaos City leader smiled. I have my ways. Teacher, would you like to give me some advice? Luo Feng asked. He listened carefully. Primal Chaos City leader smiled. The Northern Territory Alliance might have guards in front of every whirlpool portal, which means what you need to do is not get close to any whirlpool portal. Luo Feng was dazed, but he understood what his teacher was implying. Teacher, do you mean that I should just wander across original stars and stay away from any whirlpool portal? Yes. Primal Chaos City leader nodded. Stay away from any whirlpool portal and the place where the godly blade unveiled itself. Then those universe overlords will find it difficult to meet you. The only way to catch you is to wait for the arrival of a universe master of the Northern Territory Alliance. Luo Feng nodded. It would be safe for him not to go to the whirlpool portal. However, a universe master of the opposition alliance would arrive, after which he could only wait to be captured. Your disguise is useless in front of a universe master, Primal Chaos City leader added. You don't need a disguise. All you need to do is separate your golden horn beast body and your remote ocean body. Leave all your valuables with remote ocean body. As for universe masters of the Northern Territory Alliance, they'll only search for those two space beasts, and they won't be able to recognize your remote ocean body even if they see it. There are universe knights of all races on the original stars. You'll be identified and you camouflage, but your remote ocean body doesn't need it. Luo Feng smiled. Even if he kills Golden Horn Beast's body, he won't be able to find any valuables. Primal Chaos City leader went on. He'll then start to inspect all the great beings on the original stars. But he won't dare to be reckless. As long as you separate your bodies, you can earn yourself enough time. I'll arrive by then. All you need to do is to survive until I arrive at the original stars. Luo Feng nodded. I understand, teacher. It was plain and simple. All Luo Feng had to do was stall his enemies and not go near the whirlpool portals. He would be safe when Primal Chaos City leader arrived. It was a simple plan, so simple that there were few flaws. Go, Primal Chaos City leader said. Remember what I said. Besides, the universe master of the Northern Territory Alliance might get there before I do. Don't give the plan away after he arrives. I understand, Luo Feng said, nodding. Within the Thousand Treasures River of the Primal Region, human territory. Hong, long, Thousand Treasures River vanished and transformed into a shirt, covering the towering Primal Chaos City leader who now stood over 6,000 miles tall. He carried a rugged stone staff and stood in the sky barefoot, gazing out into the distance. I'll go to the original stars first, he said, but I'll be back soon. Stop studying your techniques and help me guard the Primal region. Yes, brother. Primal Chaos City leader nodded. He took a step into space and disappeared. Several universe knights and servants in the palaces within the Thousand Treasures River noticed that Thousand Treasures River had suddenly disappeared. Where is the Thousand Treasures River? Thousand Treasures River disappeared. Our teacher might have gone out. Luo Feng's earthling original body also stood outside the palace and looked into the distance. I hope everything goes well, he whispered. At the end of the whirlpool portal closest to the place where the godly blade of Blade River Luo had appeared, a flash of light was approaching. Man-Kun Knight is coming, someone cried. He has a domain-type true treasure, and we have our third-level arrangement. We're more likely to succeed now. No matter how powerful that space beast is, and even if he's a special life form, he won't be able to get away. The latest news is that some great beings of Hong Alliance are also trying to kill those space beasts. No! What should we do? Should we just wait here? Relax. The original stars are enormous, and nobody can teleport or initiate God-country transportation here. Do you really think it's that easy to hunt someone down? Let's just wait here and guard this place. In the forest under the whirlpool portal to the outside, there were 7 beings in the forest where Bailey Knight and She Blood Palace leader landed. She Blood Palace leader, Bei Feng Knight, you two finally arrived. You were supposed to arrive earliest. Wan Jia Knight said that you two were surveying the surroundings. She Blood Palace leader snorted. Of course we were surveying the place. Do you really think we'll go fight those space beasts? Nothing's certain. Hung, She Blood Palace leader and Bei Feng Knight both snorted. Do you think I would be back this soon if I was fighting the space beasts? It would take a long time to travel from the birthplace of the godly blade back here. Chi Blood Palace leader gazed apathetically at the being with almost 1,000 hooves. Don't speculate without any evidence. Chi Blood Palace leader and Bei Feng Knight glanced at Wang Jia Knight, who immediately realized that they'd failed. Fortunately, I used quite a few resources and valuables to recover my godly body, Chi Blood Palace leader said as he glanced around and sat down with his legs crossed. He thought, if they notice that my godly body is injured, there will be trouble. Meanwhile, Hong! Two beings showed up at the whirlpool portal. Look! Something's happening. All the 9 supreme beings looked up into the sky. No need to hurry. They're Universe Knights who entered the original stars from the outside. They belong to the Hong Alliance. 2 Universe Knights of the Hong Alliance again? Why do great beings of Hong Alliance keep coming here? This worried the great beings of the Northern Territory Alliance who were hiding here. Bei Feng Knight transmitted his mild voice, saying, perhaps the Hong Alliance also found out about the component of Blade River Luo. Wang Jia Knight, report this to our alliance. We'll be in trouble if the Hong Alliance meddles. Okay. After the news about Blade River Luo spread through the virtual universe, quite a few Universe Knights raced toward there, and some of them only went there because they wanted to enjoy the fights. They all knew that a component of Blade River Luo would produce a furious upheaval, and there was no way they would miss it. Some of the Universe Knights closest to the birthplace had arrived, followed by many others. On the original star where Luo Feng resided, many great beings of the Hong Alliance were flying towards the birthplace of Blade River Luo. Meanwhile, the Northern Territory Alliance was constructing a delicate arrangement. After Luo Feng's chat with Primal Chaos City leader, a flash of light flew by in the distance. There's another forest, Golden Horn Beast said, looking afar and diving down at sub-light speed. I'll fly into the forest and separate my remote ocean body and my Golden Horn Beast body. Golden Horn Beast's body was fast. He quickly arrived above the forest and dove down. Hua! Golden Horn Beast's body stopped after arriving at the forest. He stepped on a thick trunk and looked at his wing. The golden wing was trembling. What's happening? Luo Feng was astounded. Shiwu wing, which had merged with the scaled wing, was trembling unrelentingly. On. It was shivering out of Luo Feng's control as if some singular point of origin afar was attracting it like a magnet. Shiwu wing has already recognized me as its master, Luo Feng said, shocked to his very core by what he was seeing. A true treasure that has recognized me as its master should completely follow my orders, shouldn't it? Why is it out of control now? What's happening in that direction? Golden Horn Beast looked into the sky in the distance. He felt that if he didn't suppress it, Shiwu wing would lead him in that direction. What's happening? In that direction, a being stood in the sky. He was around 25 feet tall with thick legs and 8 arms. By all appearances, he looked as if he were made entirely of metal. He didn't have any hair on his body but was completely bald. He was in the shape of a being of automaton race. He wore black armor, and there was a black set of wings on his back. On. The wing quivered crazily. Ha! The bald, 8-armed knight turned around and looked at his wing. He gazed into the distance. What's the meaning of this? My wing is a true treasure, and I've been utilizing it for hundreds of thousands of years. This has never happened. He was powerful and venerated. He had come to original stars 8 times before, and he'd been through far deadlier situations. However, this was the first time his true treasure wing had behaved outside of his control. What's going on? He said, his eyes gleaming coldly. He shook his wing and flew in the direction of the strange sensation like a flash of black light. Golden Horn Beast's body stood on the trunk with his wing open. He looked up at the sky and could distinctively feel that the attraction was growing stronger by the second. It was as if the point of origin were approaching him. In that direction there's a black spot. Golden Horn Beast's body saw a beam of black light. There was a black point far in the distance racing toward him. It appeared to be a supreme being. It's him, said Golden Horn Beast's body, gazing at the figure. The source of the disruption. The black light continued pressing on toward him. The being of automaton race also looked in Golden Horn Beast's direction and saw the golden wing body of the Golden Horn Beast. They now both saw each other. Wait, the wing on his back, said Golden Horn Beast, immediately noticing the black wing on the great being's back. The bald, 8-armed being looked down and saw the golden wing on Golden Horn Beast's body. They sensed each other at the same time. Could it be that my wing is only a portion of a true treasure? Luo Feng murmured to himself. Luo Feng was firstly startled, then exhilarated. The eight-armed, bald knight was also overjoyed, having arrived at the same conclusion. My wing is only a component, he said, grinning. They gazed upon one another from a distance. An aura of hostility sizzled between them. No wonder Shi Wu Wing didn't send me any detailed information when it recognized me as its master when I obtained it, said Luo Feng. I thought it was because the great being who created Shi Wu Wing didn't leave any information. But the real reason is that Shi Wu Wing is a broken true treasure. Besides, Primal Chaos City leader told me when he gave it to me that no other lives in the universe knew about the existence of Shi Wu Wing, and he also said that it was not created by him. Apparently, Shi Wu Wing is more mysterious than I realized. The information on Shi Wu Wing was recorded in a book my teacher Primal Chaos City leader gave to me. Luo Feng could still remember the book. It detailed the 3 different forms of Shi Wu Wing and had been discovered by Primal Chaos City leader during his research. According to the information, Shi Wu Wing appeared virtually of nowhere, Luo Feng recalled. It was exceptionally tough and tensile, and even beings as strong as Universe Masters aren't able to destroy it. Luo Feng got more excited. I'm particularly curious about this part. Powerful Universe Masters should be able to damage an ordinary true treasure. However, based on the information given by Primal Chaos City leader, Shi Wu Wing is indestructible. I've always thought it was because the material of Shi Wu Wing was special. Until now it seems that my Shi Wu Wing is a component of an incredible true treasure, which is why the material is also extraordinary. Just like that, Luo Feng's questions had been completely solved. True treasures that had recognized someone as their owners could attract each other. The only reason this had happened was because they had originally been one. Golden Horn Beast's body looked up at the sky, and the 8-armed, bald knight looked down at Golden Horn Beast. Thoughts flooded both of their minds. Actually, in the long period of time they had spent using the true treasure wing, they both felt that their wings were different from other ordinary true treasures. However, nobody could say for sure that they were broken true treasure. After all, such a notion was inconceivable. Like Thousand Treasures River, which was made up of over 1,000 true treasures strengthened each other, resulting in boundless power. However, every true treasure had hidden flaws. Many fighters might only be able to wield the power of top-tier treasures. Luo Feng's Shi Wu Wing, after all, always worked as a fine ordinary true treasure. Even a mere component of a true treasure works so greatly, Luo Feng thought. What if they're combined? The 8-armed, bald knight looked down at Luo Feng. Light Wing saved me several times, and even now that I'm a universe overlord, it is an ordinary true treasure that has never disappointed me. The Light Wing is actually a component of a powerful true treasure. I need to get the other part no matter what. If they're combined, they must lead to material change, and the power will be significantly improved. Golden Horn Beast's body looked up at the being in the sky. The most prominent universe overlords had records within the human race, and Luo Feng remembered all of them. He was able to recognize most of them except few supreme beings who kept themselves hidden. Tanyang Knight, thought Luo Feng, a universe overlord of the automaton race. Based on the available record, he has 3 true treasures. One of them is an ordinary true treasure armor, one is an ordinary true treasure wing, and one is a senior true treasure. 8 Light Shuttle. He's the candidate deified general for Xingguang General, and he created the ultimate technique 8 Shuttle. Luo Feng realized that he was in trouble after recalling his information. Tanyang Knight was a handful. He was powerful and proficient in escape techniques. Luo Feng could sense that this enemy was not to be trifled with. Though I don't need to worry about universe overlords because of my force armor, they have much stronger attacking skills. It's difficult for me to kill senior universe knights. As for this Tanyang Knight, it would be almost impossible for me to kill him. Tanyang Knight looked down at Golden Horn Beast and was a bit hesitant. Who is he? He wondered. It's a Golden Horn Beast in golden armor and a golden wing. I don't recall a great being like that in Space Beast Alliance. The Space Beast Alliance was always mysterious, and the great beings who showed up were known for their giant bodies. To kill a Golden Horn Beast Universe Knight? Such a feat was nearly impossible. Golden Horn Beast and Tanyang Knight stared at each other. Each wanted the true treasure wing possessed by the other. However, they both felt that the enemy standing before them should not be underestimated. Luo Feng was not confident because he was too weak to injure his enemy, while Tanyang Knight was not confident that he could kill a golden horn beast that was over 600 miles long. I am Tanyang Knight, Tanyang Knight said, slowly coming to a landing. He landed on a branch and transmitted his voice. Golden Horn Beast transmitted his hoarse voice in reply. I am Golden Wing Knight. Tanyang Knight raised his head and looked at Golden Horn Beast. He smiled. Golden Wing Knight of the Space Beast Alliance, my true treasure wing and your wings seem to have some sort of special connection. I want your true treasure wing. Name your price. 1 top-tier true treasure, Golden Horn Beast said. Hung. Tanyang Knight frowned. A top-tier true treasure. Even some universe masters didn't have top-tier true treasures, and even if the wings were combined, they wouldn't necessarily become a top-tier true treasure. So you don't want to exchange? Tanyang Knight said, transmitting his voice. So do you? Asked Golden Horn Beast. They knew each other's decision the second they transmitted their voices. Apparently, they both valued their true treasure wings. They needed extremely precious true treasures, however, they wouldn't be able to afford such a trade. Hong! Hong! They both moved. Then die! The eyes of Tanyang Knight glinted with hostility. This godly power started to be burned. 8 20-foot-long projectiles emanating black light showed up on his arms. These shuttles shot at Luo Feng. You! Golden Horn Beast burned his godly body, growled, and charged at Tanyang Knight. Hong! Long! Long! Trees started to fall, and they began to fight each other in close proximity. They attacked over 100 times in a single second. To be exact, it was Tanyang Knight who attacked Golden Horn Beast. Golden Horn Beast quickly became half a mile long and defended himself, using his wing to counter-strike occasionally. 8! Tanyang Knight said, and the power of 8 shuttles surged. 8! Tanyang Knight screamed again. 8! He screamed 3 times, and his voice resounded and shook the soul. Tanyang Knight's face looked holy, but there was a black light radiating from his eyes. The ultimate technique 8 shuttles was a magnificent move. Golden Horn Beast was not able to fight back. He could only bear the attacks again and again. Tanyang Knight grabbed the 8 formidable-looking shuttles. They were a breathtaking sight. The wing on Tanyang Knight shook continuously, and the change in the flow of time around him made his shuttles even more splendid. It was a glorious ultimate technique, and it was terrifically powerful. Hua! Golden Horn Beast rolled like a mountain and ran over the trees. He stood up instantly. Tanyang Knight floated in the sky and gazed down at Golden Horn Beast. Your godly body is not even injured, he said. He had already performed his ultimate technique and had consumed 3% of his godly body. Meanwhile, to his surprise, his enemy's godly body was not hurt at all. Unfortunately, your godly body is, Golden Horn Beast replied in a deep voice. A large godly body and powerful armor, said Tanyang Knight. Humph! Your true treasure wing will belong to me someday in the future. Tanyang Knight's eyes glinted with bitterness. He shook his black wing and flew away. How could he continue? A giant godly body with powerful armor made him despair. So, Golden Horn Beast flew away. After a short while, the forest recovered as if there hadn't been a fight at all. After Golden Horn Beast left the forest, Remote Ocean Body left as well. Golden Horn Beast Body stores Sure Wu Wing, Claw Set Treasure, Tower Pearl, Golden Thread Aurora Mirror, Force Armor, and the component of Blade River Luo. Then Remote Ocean Body shrunk to around 30 feet tall and sat down in the grass on a hill. Golden Horn Beast's body flew away without even one valuable. He flew across the plain and flew into a vast forest. Another true treasure wing, Remote Ocean Body said as he lay on the grass with his eyes half closed. I have a strong defense and a strong godly body, just like 9 Remoteness Master facing a Universe Supreme Master, Luo Feng said. Universe Supreme Masters are much stronger than 9 Remoteness Master, but they couldn't do anything to him in 9 Remoteness Ocean with a diameter of over 10 light years. However, it's impossible for 9 Remoteness Master to kill a Universe Supreme Master. This worked to his disadvantage. He was after all an undying fighter. Even his godly body could rival that of a Universe Knight with the help of the 9-volume manual, and he had the superior True Treasure Force armor and an enormous godly body to protect him. Even among Universe Overlords there were few who had such strong defending power. However, he was still weak when it came to attacks. First of all, he had low law comprehension. He did have true treasures for attacking and strong willpower and mind to fight against senior Universe Knights, but Universe Overlords who had true treasures and higher law comprehension could still crush him when it came to attacking skills. Although they could crush Luo Feng, Chi Blood Palace leader had consumed 9% of his godly power yet had only damaged 1/10,000th of Golden Horn Beast's godly boy. Tanyang Knight, similarly, had consumed 3% of his godly body, but he couldn't even damage 1/10,000th of Golden Horn Beast's godly body. How can I get that true treasure wing? Golden Horn Beast wondered, snarling with bitterness. Hong! All of a sudden, an incredible force hit the original star and permeated outward. Golden Horn Beast was entangled by the invisible force. It was complete control over the space and time. Control on the space and time? Golden Horn Beast's eyes glinted with fright. He knew a universe master had arrived,